that actually reminds me, before we get into sort of the meat of this episode, you have perhaps one of the great stories ever of drunken, I guess it's not urination, but defecation. The gentleman who left that surprise in your friend's backyard.
The surprise
at UConn
in my friend's backyard
with the loose rectum.
Oh, good lord!
Have at it.
I won't say any names.
Yeah, no need to name names.
I doubt this gentleman's watching this right now, but he was. This was like a sassy gay dude who, at this point in time, I don't think he knew who I was. I don't think he hated me. But later, in a few months later, in college years, I found out that he was not a fan of mine. So
quite the rivalry.
That we had a little bit of a rivalry in the few times that we met.
Because you wouldn't give up that keister.
Yeah, I wouldn't give up that keister. It's a valuable keister.
How much do you love calling a butthole a keister, by the way?
Yeah, I like it. It's a good word. It's a good word. So the story goes, he got annihilated one night, got hammered, and he crashed at the apartment of a few girls that ran in the same circle that we ran in, and I didn't talk to most of these girls. I got rejected by most women up at college. But this guy, long story short, he sleeps on their couch one night, and they wake up in the morning, and he's on the couch, shirtless, under a blanket, and in the backyard is just like a load of shit, and his clothing covered in shit. And I guess apparently he's got like a really loose stool from doing whatever he does in his personal life. And he just couldn't control it, and he shit his pants and went into the backyard and just kept shitting his pants, and he took his stuff off, but he didn't just pick it up and leave. He stayed in the apartment, I guess. Yeah, he slept on the couch.
I understand the shitting all over. Kimmy, if you want to pull up a chair, you're more than welcome.
I'm just curious why he went from the couch to the backyard instead of the couch to the bathroom.
I think he was trying to dispose. I think he was legitimately trying to dispose of evidence, like get rid of shit, not like, oh, let me clean myself up. Like he was trying to get
I think he had tried to use blankets or towels maybe to clean up the shit. It's been a while.
Yeah,
since
once the crime has been committed, you're worried about cleaning up evidence. You're not concerned about just getting the turd into the bowl. Now you're going into full panic damage control mode, and if it's after a night of drinking, you're probably not making the clear. We're talking about essentially an OJ at Nicole Brown's house.
When you're ready, I don't know if you want to talk about the shitting a little bit more, but I have a story that a story that relates to this, where the culprit got away.
Really?
Yeah.
A mystery shitter.
Not a shitter, but he got away.
I'd love to hear it.
You ready? You want to talk more about the shitter?
Well, I mean, you seem pretty. You're talking it up like it's great. I was going to say that there is a definite. There's definitely a gay anus.
Yeah.
Theirs do not function the way ours. I lived on my freshman year. They called it the theater floor. But they would always, I think it was just to fuck with us, they would throw in a few athletes too. But the theater floor was also kind of code for the gay floor. So there were about 4 football players, a hockey player, a wrestler, and a baseball player that they threw in there, and like a Jewish frat bro. And we were all just kind of like, we're here now. Like, I don't know why you have us taking up a quarter of your floor, but fuck it, whatever. And you'd be taking a shit on like a Sunday morning, and because you figure Saturday nights when the majority of this ramming is getting done, so they're going in with a Sunday morning anus is probably gay anus at its loosest.
Yeah.
So you'd be sitting there, and you're squeezing out a regular guy shit, a regular tight butthole shit, and all of a sudden the door would open, and some twink would sit in the stall next to you, and you would just hear like.
Oh, so you just see skinny legs below the stall,
and just hearing. Yeah, it was like, and you could it was really weird because, like, you're a college dude, like you go get a lift and then like you shower, so you're kind of like, everyone's vain when they're 19, so you're looking at yourself in the mirror afterwards, and then
eating your yogurt and your banana.
Well, there was plenty of yogurt and banana being swallowed in that bathroom. I was gonna say you'd be like primping yourself in the mirror, want to look good, spit some game to the ladies on a thirsty Thursday after the gym, and all of a sudden, Twink and Twank come in. One's carrying the loofah, the other one has the shower basket, and they're hopping in stall number 2 together to wash each other off. Like it got to the point where they had to make a rule that you couldn't have gay sex or was
the rule just against gay sex?
They said no masturbating, but it was kind of like a, hey boys, calm, like because it was a lot of these guys.
Did they have like a sign up that said like, please refrain from having gay sex in the showers?
A circle, like
thank you, management.
Like a big circle with a line through it, and it's just two of those stick figures, and one has the other one fucking bent over in a showered stall. No, it was just like a, please no ejaculating. Like it was like a very like as polite as you could say it, like no bodily fluids down the drain, but it was unenforceable because one of the guys that was engaged in this behavior was the RA.
He's supposed to be policing it.
He was plugging one of the freshmen, this like really, really twinkish fruit. It was our orientation. Our freshman orientation, the ice-breaking games, it was like everybody tell an awkward story, and like, fuck it, we're all like, oh yeah, like I got, my buddy pantsed me in front of a bunch of chicks once, or whatever, like, all right, I had to sing in front of the cheerleaders for freshman football hazing, and then like all of these like gay and bi dudes were like, yeah, I was fooling around with this guy in high school, and his mom totally walked in on us, and she chased me out of the house. I swear to fucking God, that was one of them.
Jesus.
This kid Robert, nicest guy in the world, but like his icebreaker was like, I was at this guy's house and we were doing a bunch of, stuff, and my clothes were everywhere, and his mom walked in and chased me out of the house in my boxers.
Jesus. I can't imagine being hit with that, like, first day of college.
And I had no idea, because like, I didn't fucking know. Like, you had no fighting. You can't. You're 18. We graduate with what, 120 people. There's
people were barely even making out when I was graduating.
There's like 3 gay kids per class. Yeah. You have no idea you didn't realize that they existed in such numbers out in the wild.
Yeah.